Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I am your host, Alex Reevy, along with the passionate priestess herself, Sandy Reevy. Say hi.
Hi, I thought you would use a different name.
It is episode 136 and March 1st. Happy birthday to me and happy Monday to you all. In the transits, we have Wednesday, March 3rd, Venus sextile Uranus.
Stimulating connections.
Same day, Mars ingress Gemini.
Quick pace.
And Thursday, March 4th, Mercury conjunct Jupiter.
What's the final word?
Then in Talisman time, Sandy has finished up 3 talismans to obtain a publisher, to increase business and earn wealth, and to receive positive messages that lead to wealth. Then upcoming, some very juicy ones we're excited about: to be intelligent and studious, to get the job done, to rise in authority, and to be the goddess of my fantasy world. Then on the horizon, we have our March forecast ready and waiting for you for download, our 7-day intention challenge invite only, as well as our summer solstice constellation bracelet and workshop. Then in our house, it is my birthday, so Sandy is going to cover what is going to be happening for my 33rd solar return. So stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions. And the search ends here, where the night is totally clear, and your heart is fierce, and so you finally know you control where you go. Hello, passionate priestess.
I thought you would say Snowpile Sandy.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that was such a good one. Well, you are the snow pile queen. You shoveled so much snow. It was impressive.
When I really didn't need to.
Right. It melted a few days later.
Well, but, we live in a townhouse, so people do it for us. But we actually removed snow off the rooftop, and then neighbors complained that it was in their way. So
you're Snowpile Sandy.
I'm reaching out to them on, I'm trying to say, hey, this is Snowpile Sandy. I will be back to remove more. I need a rest. A break. A rest and a break is a breast.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
So it is March 1st. Happy Monday to you all, everybody.
Happy birthday, Alex.
It is my birthday. It's my solar return, as we say in astrology land.
Do you know your solar return is at 9:40 a.m.?
Yes.
So we'll have to talk more about that.
Yes, in our house. Stay tuned. So going direct, I have a message from Amanda H. She says, "Good morning, Alex. I wanted to let you know that the necklaces I purchased were gifted this past weekend and were received with such great delight and gratitude. Thank you for creating such beautiful and meaningful pieces. I also wanted to let you know that I've been working on a story about the intention beads bracelet that I purchased from you back in March of 2019 and how it has changed my life," in all caps. The story is coming slow for me, but I'll get it out someday here and I will send it your way. Perhaps you can share it with others to show the power of intention. Thank you.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps.
So excited.
Come on.
Amanda, bring that back. I want to hear it. So let's move into the transits.
Can I talk about the orbit of the month?
Yes, but let's talk about that during Talisman times.
Oh, okay. Well, one of the things I want to mention at the top of the month is there are no retrogrades in March. None. Yay.
Yay.
So there does feel a sense of forward movement by all team players. So let's dive into the month.
Awesome. So this is going to be a light week, and we're starting off with Wednesday, March 3rd, Venus sextile Uranus.
This is at 11:09 a.m. It's stimulating connections. This is a sextile, so this is excitement is on the menu. It's like coming in fast and unexpected, yet it plays out for a long time. This is my favorite day of March, and it's just happy, easy, exciting, stimulating maybe you hear from someone, or you suddenly meet someone. Uranus is in Taurus, ruled by Venus. So Venus has some really hot play here, because Venus is also in her exaltation placement, which is Pisces. So really, she stays in Pisces, thank God. Her exaltation, where she is made the maid of honor, basically, and or guest of honor, I guess that would be called. And she stays here till March 22nd in Pisces.
She'll get comfortable.
She won't stay here long enough for me.
Because your birthday's March 19th. We got 2 Pisces coming at you from this podcast.
What's interesting, because you get the Venus in Pisces this year in your solar return, and I do too, because my birthday's March 19th. So Venus leaves Pisces and moves into Aries, where she has to kind of get ready for battle, because she's in her detriment in Aries. So we both get her for the year in our solar return charts.
Woo-hoo.
So I'm excited about that.
Yes, me too. So same day, but a little bit later, Mars ingress Gemini.
This is at 9:30 p.m. A quick pace. I mean, Mars starts to get to move again. He has been in Earth for 6 weeks, fixed Earth, the Taurus, and he's now moving into air mutable. So social times again. This is a time when I've got on my calendar to start my Peloton riding again. Work those pedals, those pedals, because I haven't been on.
2 legs. Gemini loves that.
Gemini loves to do multiple things at one time, and actually Mars can juggle more balls here. So it's really a nice pace. It's a quicker pace. We feel like we're getting somewhere. We don't feel like so stuck. So I really like, and that's, again, another reason why this is my favorite day of the month. Things start moving.
Right. And Thursday, March 4th, Mercury conjunct Jupiter.
9:27 p.m. What's the final word? It's like great ideas become great plans, because this message, I love the messenger. Mercury has just come out of his retrograde cycle. He's still in his shadow here. I think he comes out, I think that's March 20th or March 21st. I'll remind you when we get there. But Mercury in conjoining Jupiter, he's already met Jupiter once on January 11th. So if you can think back to January 11th, go back to your calendar, go back to your journal. What message might have come in around that time? And then again, similar subject around February 14, when he was retrograde and passed a note. And now this is the final pass, and there seems to be maybe, what's the final word? What's the solution? What's the resolution? We should have a decision now. So it's about getting the detail words put into a format that brings out the big plans. Yeah.
Exciting. So, and that's the end of our week for this first week in March.
Yeah, it's actually a pleasant week.
It is. It's a very pleasant week, of course. It's my birthday week. Okay, so let's move into talisman times. You have finished up 3 talismans, actually, by the time this is produced and published. So, Friday, February 26th, to obtain a publisher.
I am successful with my words, my connections, and my negotiations. I attract the perfect editor and publishing house to move my work into the world. This pre-sold.
Yes, this was a pre-sale. And of course, to remind you all, the great news about the pre-sales on the website is that you get to be involved in the creation of this talisman. So you can direct the color and the style, just similar to a personal, but this time is already carved out.
In addition, that I set up a text, countdown text. They know the exact time. I share that information. I don't get too technical on the podcast or even on the website what time I'm doing it, just the day, right, and the location. but I let them know so that they can be in the sacred meditation with the intention and the affirmation, repeating it at the same time. So it really is so connected to who is pre-purchasing this. In fact, this is not the only pre-purchase or pre-sale that we had this week.
Right. And the next one, Sunday, February 28th, to increase business and earn wealth. This was a pre-sale.
No, this one's still available.
Still available.
Yeah. I now have my focus sharp and narrow. This area of intent is clear, and my path in front of me. Up, up I go. This is certainly with that Venus in exaltation in Pisces. The moon is in Libra, which is ruled by this Venus. And the moon is at 3 degrees of Libra in the 15th lunar mansion, coming up over the horizon. So this was really about increased trade, increased business, having a clear conversations, clear path.
And clear transaction?
Clear transaction, including businesses, in order to earn wealth.
Cool. And so then Monday, March 1st, this really early morning one at 1 a.m., this one is the one that pre-sailed.
Yep.
Okay. Pre-sold. So to receive positive messages that lead to wealth.
I ask and receive what serves me at this time. The answers are exactly what I want to hear. Yes, wealth and prosperity are arriving, one step away.
And so since that one was so early too, we added that to this finished section. Mm-hmm. So let's get over to the upcoming talismans. So later in the day today, Monday, March 1st, to be intelligent and studious.
To be intelligent and studious. I broaden my comprehension on the subjects that I am interested in right now. I easily plan ahead and accordingly. All that I study sticks. And I really like this one. We have the moon in Libra, and the moon is making a really, really nice trine to Mercury conjoined Jupiter at the top of the chart in at the midheaven in the second decan of Aquarius, which is about, gaining intellectual, cerebral quality, something about wisdom, to become wiser, just to gain knowledge. So that's that one.
I like it. And Wednesday, March 3rd, to get the job done. This was one of my mantras for so long, is just get the job done. There's a lot of perfectionists sometimes within me. Go on.
I rough and ready this last part of this project. High determination and velocity with a smooth landing make this extremely impactful. I score.
Oh, I love that. Seriously, the imagery there is so great. I mean, really, because that reminds me, actually, we were just rewatching the NASA
Challenger.
The Challenger, the space shuttle that was landing on a runway. And it just seemed so cool that this shuttle from space could be then making its landing just like an airplane would. And that was kind of the imagery that you gave, is like this velocity is coming really fast. Like I'm turning up the power turbines and I'm landing in this smooth, easy way.
Yeah, we've got the moon in Scorpio, which is in the third house, which is mitigated because I've got it in a sextile to the ascendant. And then the moon is making a really a square to the Jupiter and the Mercury. So, and the moon is making a opposition to the Mars, which is the ruler of the moon. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a lot of that going on, but it's just about having that power to finish. To
run through the finish line. Yes. So Friday, March 5th, to rise in authority.
I rise and climb this winding road, this steep hill, and find the flowery meadows of prosperity and abundance. This is the path I have chosen. I enjoy my route. right?
It's beautiful.
How kind of cool
And
is this?
It's very calming.
Yeah, this is, Saturn in Aquarius, because Saturn's very strong and is preferred to be in Aquarius. It rules Capricorn and Aquarius. And this is just about rebuilding, about authority, about commitments, really about kind of coming in, kind of constructing or producing or building. And so that's why it's about authority, about, having that connection.
Rising up. Mm-hmm. And Sunday, March 7th, to be the goddess of my fantasy world.
I simply arrive. That is all. I am here now. I sparkle naturally. I am received. I am warm.
Ooh, that is really cool. I like that one too. So my favorite out of these upcoming ones is definitely the last one. This one. I really liked the one that was going to be made on my birthday, to be intelligent and studious, but this one it's just so the feminine presence of it, of just needing to show up and be who you are.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but it's so impactful.
And it's Venus coming up in her exaltation of Pisces, coming up over the horizon at this exact moment, with a really a nice aspect of the moon coming in to sextile that, and she's in the second decan of Pisces, which is about drawing art, having adornments, whether it's jewelry or some sort of creative, artistry, about something about hidden discoveries. Mm-hmm. So it's like, don't have to do anything, just show up, right? You sparkle naturally.
Yeah.
I really like that.
One.
And the whole simplicity of it is, like very, like phrases, period, phrase, period, phrase, period.
And it's attractive too. The way that you wrote that, I sparkle.
Yeah, and the sun is coming up right after her, so she's a morning star. She just turned into a morning star when we had that Kazemi a couple weeks ago. So she heralds the day.
And the orbit of the month, drum roll please, is I express love and affection. So tell us a little bit about this one and why you chose it for this month.
I express love and affection. Well, actually, because Venus is in Pisces. Although I made this on March 17th, 2017. And this was a Mercury conjunct the Venus retrograde. And so it just meant to, express, to talk, to think, to have opinions around what is on the inner beauty, where your love kind of blossoms from inside.
Mm-hmm. And self-worth and self-value, too. Mm-hmm. And I think that Venus in Pisces, that softness that Venus has with that fluidity and the mutability of Pisces it's so feminine. And that's why Venus is exalted in Pisces. Mm-hmm. And so, speaking of talismans, we do have a very special offer that is coming up. It's March 12th or March 18th. And these are personal talismans that you have set up. You have 4 opportunities for people.
4 time slots.
4 times for personalized talismans, where we have the patterns up on the website for you to pick and choose from. And you also get to choose the style of your talisman as well. This is going to be a really cool way to take a step into a personal talisman. And you also get a pretty steep discount, because not only do you get the consultation with Sandy, this one is going to be 30 minutes, and you get this customized bracelet. This Venus in Pisces is going to be all over your bracelet. That intuition, that creativity, that bringing that feminine mutability in. And so check out the website. That link is here in the description. It's going to be a really cool personal talisman experience. So we would love for you to sign up. Okay, so let's move in and on to the horizon. We have just finished up the March forecast, and this is the Facebook Live that Sandy and Susan do together, as well as their March cheat sheet is available on the site. Both of those links are there. Even though we pre-recorded this March forecast on February 27th, and anyone that was there live, hey, and thank you for joining. But this March forecast is still on the website if you wanted to take a look and write some of those dates down. And of course, the cheat sheet is there for you as like a Spark Note version. It's already written, all of the glyphs, all of the times, they're all on there. You'll also notice the degrees of the signs. And this is kind of a new addition that we've added to those cheat sheets, where if you know that you're a 11 degree Pisces, then if there is a planet that is 11 degrees transiting through Pisces, you know that that is kind of extra special for you.
I got my wish. I think that was my birthday gift you all gave me, because I wanted to put the degrees in. And
early birthday.
And the comment was too much information. And I'm like, I think it's important.
And we did.
I got
we
it.
added
So
it.
Happy birthday to me.
Yes.
Thank you. And it's your birthday, but happy birthday to me.
Yes. And coming up next is the March 20th April forecast. So this is, of course, that same event, but we're going to be talking about all April dates. So make sure to make your way over to Facebook or check out our events category on the website.
And it is early. We're doing it on March 20th. Usually we would have done the week after, getting closer to the next month. But we have a bridal shower we're hosting out of town. So we had to push that up early. So you're not wrong in putting that in your calendar on March 20th. That is correct.
Yes. Then April 10th through 16th, we have our invite-only 7-day intention challenge. And for the feedback that I received this past, initial intention challenge that we did, everyone was really, they felt it was unbelievable. The connection, the information, the camaraderie that we were able to bring together just all over Zoom calls is, it's just a testament to our tribe and who's here and who's really meaning to do the work and show up however they are and really participate.
Yeah, it's complementary. It's one of the things that we want to gather our intention bead wearer tribe that for 7 days in a row. And it's literally all we had to do is put this together. We ended up teaching, which actually worked really well. There was a purpose to get on, a little 10-minute teaching that I did. Each day was a different thing. I'm going to have to come up with new different things that I had than last time we did it in January. And we're going to be doing this quarterly. Alex and I feel that it kept us together in this period of disconnect, even though everybody's on Zoom, everybody is on any kind of these go-to webinars, but to have a voice where they didn't even know, some of them didn't know each other.
Right.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
And so May 11th through June 24th is the beginning and end of our summer solstice constellation bracelet and workshop. We currently are in our spring equinox, and it's wonderful. We're coming up on our halfway point, and just it's basically, think about the 7-day intention challenge times 100. It's going through each and everyone's chart, really going in deep into what their desire is, what are they going to bring up and out as an affirmation, and everyone being there in support and witness.
It is so cool. I love it. And it's all different times of the day or the night, and everybody shows up. And it's so nice that we've put this as a priority. Everyone has put this as a priority in their calendar and in their life to say, I am present in the moment of this transit that is happening in the sky right now, good or bad, or tough or easy. I am here and I am claiming something in this moment that will bring me the power all the time during this challenge, or all the time during this beauty and peacefulness of a trine, or how it hits. Because each one of these mundane transits will go through somebody's house versus hit somebody's angle versus opposing their natal chart, but planted in their natal chart. So it's a whole variety. And the group that we have, we take no more than 8. That gets to understand everybody's situations. And it's true. It's so cool.
And I mean, they really get to work in a very intimate space with you, and how you work through their chart, and how you are creating these talismans with this universal clock that's going on. It is so cool that we can come together in all of this.
Yeah, it is our what we would call our big offer.
Yeah.
Like that's our biggest offer
special.
we can.
Yeah. Yes. So we would love for you to join any of these events. And of course, if you have any questions, email me, alex@intentionbeads.com. Then let's move into our house, where it's going to be all about me today. So it's my birthday today, and my solar return is happening 9:30.
No, 9:40. Let's not get that wrong. 9:40 a.m. this morning. And that puts the sun exactly at that 11-degree, 16-minute mark of where it was when you came in into the earth.
And so when you're looking at a solar return chart, tell me a little bit about it. What is it?
So it's just, I have Solar Fire. All astrologers have a software program that can put in to find the solar return time. Solar, sun, returns back to the same place. So yes, it can happen exactly on your birthday. You were born on March 1st, by the way, Pig Day, National Pig Day. You're nothing like. But yes, you're having your solar return on March 1st. Sometimes you could have it the day before or the day after, because it will wobble back and forth right around that. The sun moves 1+ degree a day, and that's 360 degrees when the year is 365 days. So it can get off just a tad. But and it's just a time of renewal. It's a rebirth. And we put together a solar return ceremony page that we offer to the clients that I'm doing the solar return charts on, where you need to give yourself, if it's a 20-minute or 30-minute window, maybe 10 minutes before your solar return and 20 minutes after, so that you can allow your body, your muscles to remember what it was like being born. Right?
Yeah, and coming to this earth plane.
Yeah, coming home.
Yeah,
or coming here. And you need to allow that space where you can take a deep breath, sneeze, stretch, cry, laugh, get cold, right? Because you went from warm into a cold, the cold environment of the hospital room. That's where you came in at, because that's where I was. But we want to see where the ascendant is in the natal chart. We want to see where the derived house is, the derived ascendant is in the natal chart. And I found very interesting, which I've never seen before. But you move in, I do annual perfections, and annual perfections every year on your birthday, you move from one house into another house, and you move from a 9th house into a 10th house this year. 10th house is the career house. So it's all about profession, career, reputation, how you're viewed, how the public sees you, and that you have Aquarius on the 10th house cusp. That's the cusp ruler, what rules Aquarius? Saturn. And so you have Saturn as your solar return your annual perfection, your Time Lord for the year. And so we would watch, and we will watch Saturn moving through your chart. Now, Saturn doesn't move very far in a year, maybe 8 degrees, and it retrogrades for part of that time, majority of that time. So we're going to be watching that. Now, in your 10th house, you have the planet of Mercury in Aquarius, which has, in modern astrology, this is not in traditional astrology, but in modern astrology, Mercury is considered where it's exalted in Aquarius. Because if you think of Mercury, the planet of communication, collecting information, collecting messages, delivering, writing, speaking.
Yeah, it's like the synapses of the brain and communicating thought.
And having it be in Aquarius, which is that air sign of bringing information to the humane society. And so you're doing it through the 10th house. So, you've got plans. You've got some plans that you're brewing up. I mean, you did just hire your virtual assistant to help you with that. Now, so Saturn transiting Saturn is in the 10th house. So you have this authority, at 33 to provide a atmosphere of being the boss, which, you are now an employer of an employee.
I'm a boss now.
And it's more and more of that, where you're actually teaching her a lot of...
it kind of seems like a mentorship too. But yeah, I'm really excited because what that is giving me is much more time and space to get creative with my, communication with clients, with, our podcast, with, sharing our messages. And yeah, that has always been a dream of mine. And for it to be coming real and me being able to really go and explore in that this year, I'm excited.
And not only that, so picture this. Close your eyes.
Okay.
I'm not handing you a present. No, and I'm not, I'm standing over here by my microphone. Okay. So I'm not walking over there.
All right.
But let's just picture this. Your natal Mercury is at 15 degrees of Aquarius. Transiting Mercury is at 14 degrees. And Jupiter is at 16 degrees, both in Aquarius. So your natal Mercury is in between the transiting Mercury and Jupiter. This is big. There is a thing in solar return charts that when you have a planet returning to the same sign of your natal, you get the extra oomph of what that planet offers. And you're getting it within half of a minute. And then Jupiter's there too. So there's an expansion. This is global and this is big, Alex. I'm excited for you to have such a big year coming up, or today, actually. One of the things that we look at is where is the ascendant in the solar return ascendant in the natal chart. And it's sitting right on your ascendant. Your natal ascendant.
I get to show up as myself.
You get to be more, and what this means, what is arising for you this year is to be more of yourself.
Ooh, yay. I know, I'm really excited.
Right, which is a Taurus rising. You're a Taurus rising. So it's like bringing in that more Venusian qualities of being, soft and being, tapping into all your senses. Being earthly, being grounded, you love, one of the new things you love is, plants, right?
Oh, totally. I have 30 something plants now.
and the other thing that we look at is the derived ascendants, and we have to count. And the derived house is the first house. So it's all you. This is what you're preoccupied with, is kind of who you are and how you show that to the world through your message at work. And it's all about your connections, your connections. And so then there's, we can go monthly perfections, and we can start with the 10th house, which is that March 1st to April 1st. And then we go all the way around the chart each month. It's called monthly perfections, which I do with my monthly subscribers. So I really see this March month is big for you. April is big for you. May is big for you. June is big for you. July calms down a little bit. August calms down a little bit. September gets big again. This is about...
Oh my goodness.
What?
No, I'm just...
October calms down a little bit. November gets a little intense. December, kind of chill. January is when so much happens, because you have the stellium in Capricorn.
Okay.
So January of next year really is powerful. And then when you get to February, that calms down, and then you get your birthday again, and you move into the 11th house. So, which then makes Jupiter your Time Lord. And Jupiter will be in Pisces. So really, this year is about building, it's Saturn. Building, preparing, constructing, producing.
And being cognizant of who I am and myself. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I think that's really important because, of course, we need to tend to ourselves to make sure that we are genuine, our messages are actually coming through clearly and with authenticity and yeah, so I'm excited about that because there's so many projects that I have that I now have a little bit more time to work on. So I'll keep everyone posted on that.
And because Saturn rules 2 houses, that we have to also look at the Capricorn ruled house, which is your 9th house. So about higher education, learning more about global cultures, traditions, their language, their food, their religions.
So maybe some traveling.
It may, for sure. Well, it might be.
That.
It might be working while you're traveling.
Always.
Well, no, because it is always, because your 9th house is ruled by Capricorn, ruled by the Saturn. So your best travel is to do some work, even if you're
some of
working
my best
remote.
Work is learning. Mm-hmm. I love that. I'm consistent with that. So, well, everybody, you heard it here first. That's going to be my year. Of course, if you have a birthday coming up or you're interested in what your solar return chart will be talking about for your next year, it's a really cool experience just to get prepared, to get your goals set in place and to have your mindset for that next year. And it's your personal year. It's not like a New Year's resolution. It's your personal year. And so I'm excited to start mine.
I have a birthday gift to give you now.
You do?
Yeah. It is Susan Goodell and I are combining and having right before your solar return time at 9:40 a.m. Mm-hmm. Where at 9 o'clock we're asking you to come on and we're going to do a combination solar return reading for you.
Oh, no way. So when I asked you, what do you think about in our house, we talk about my solar return and you're like, oh, I didn't do it yet. No, let's not.
Well, there's more I can add, certainly, during a 30-minute, and that's Susan and I have already discussed it.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So you're going to have to get up early today. Yeah.
Well, cool. So, yeah, I guess we'll be shooting out a couple podcasts this week. So thank you, everybody, for listening. We love you. We send you so many, smiles and hugs and high fives for all that you're doing and all that you're keeping up with. So, of course, if you would like to review us, head over to iTunes. Of course, you can also email me your thoughts and opinions. alex@intentionbeads.com. So thanks again for listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
And the search ends here, where the night is totally clear, and your heart is fierce. And so you finally know you control where you go.